This week in Real Pirateball, documenting the 2010 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball season. And here's your host, Greg Mercer.
What's up, everybody? It's Mercer here with week number 12 of This Week in Real Pirateball. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. I know anyone that's still following Pirates baseball is doing so to revel in the grandeur of the minor league prospects that are cutting their teeth with the team right now. Pedro Alvarez, the crown jewel of the system, hasn't gotten off to the start that anyone's hoped for. In 39 plate appearances, he's hit 114 with 3 walks and 17 strikeouts. Apparently, Brian Bixler's found his way into Pedro's body because he's swinging at almost everything. You know, now that I think about it, maybe it's that other Pedro that's possessing him.
Curveball. That's our friend.
Alvarez is being completely fooled by Major League breaking balls and really appears to be overmatched at this point. There's no way in hell the Pirates are going to demote him at this point, so it looks like Alvarez will need to use his superior baseball talent and adjust to big league pitching as quickly as he can. Time for another edition of what Pirates organization player got hurt this week? There's so many guys that went on the shelf this week, the Pirates are going to need a MASH unit. Shortstop prospect Brock Holt's out for the year with a torn meniscus that required surgery. 2009 first-round pick Tony Sanchez was hit in the face with a pitch which broke his jaw. He had to get his face wired shut, so he'll be drinking Slim Fast shakes for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Pitcher Zach Duke went on the 15-day DL with a strained flexor pronator muscle in his pitching elbow, and Neil Walker was concussed by Ryan Church. All these injuries are tough ones to swallow because every position these players occupy are ones that the Pirates don't have suitable replacements for. The worst one in my opinion is Sanchez because he might not be able to stay in great physical condition since he can't eat solid food. This week the Pirates designated Dana Evelyn for assignment. This comes only 3 weeks after the Pirates gave up a promising arm for their minor leagues to acquire him. In 3 appearances for the team, Evelyn had an 8.3 ERA and a 2.07 WHIP. As a memento for his great service to the team, I decided to make a video for him as a going-away present. With the Pirates playing Cleveland last week, I had all the inspiration I needed. Fun times with Evelyn and friends, Evelyn! Come on down to Eventown, everyone. Under 500 since 1993. See our ballpark that's best in the majors. Who knows, we might even score 1 run. We trade prospects for terrible veterans. 2 weeks later we cut them from the team. All our pitchers are soft-tossing lefties. They couldn't strike out a beer-guzzling monkey. Hit 200 and start every game. If we could pinch hit a bobblehead we would. Play too well and we'll send you to Boston. Here's a picture of our doofus GM. He's the guy who approved of Evelyn, yeah! Third base coach Tony Beasley was once again brought into ridicule by Pirates fans when they saw at least 2 more blunders of base coaching during the week. In a game against the Rangers, Beasley decided to let catcher Ryan Doumit score from first base. The ball was already being thrown in the infield as he rounded third, and Doumit was out by at least 15 feet. Beasley said after the game that he was a little over-aggressive in trying to score runs. On Saturday in a game versus the Athletics, Jose Tabata advanced to second on a failed pickoff throw and for whatever reason continued on to third base, at which point he was tagged out by 8 feet. By the way, that was the 3rd out of the inning, which is a total no-no in the world of base running. What in blue blazes was Tony Beasley doing? You'd think he'd put up a stop sign for Tabata to see, considering he's running away from the ball. Apparently Beasley did absolutely nothing as Tabata looked directly at him and continued to third. I'm sorry, this guy is a total joke of a coach. If I were playing in the game, I'd do the exact opposite of what he tells me to do. For the last 3 years, the Pirates have had run after run taken away by poor instruction at third. Let's take a quick look at another sabermetric stat called VORP, or Value Over Replacement Player.
Transfer power to VORP drive, VORP speed 9.
This stat quantifies a hitter's ability to create runs or a pitcher's ability to prevent runs compared to a composite player who ranks at 75 to 85% of league average for their position. Park effects are entered into the equation in order to make the statistic as neutral as possible. A 0 VORP means a player is basically as good as a utility player or a AAA call-up. Offensively, Andrew McCutchen has the highest VORP on the team with a rating of 23.9, which is 28th best in the majors. Sadly, the Pirates have 4 of the worst 30 players in terms of VORP among players with at least 100 plate appearances. Ryan Church is the lowest ranked of the 4 with a staggering negative 11.3 VORP. How this guy's been getting regular playing time is beyond me. A Dolphin with a bat could play better than he does. On the pitching side, Evan Meek leads the club with a VORP of 15.9 going into Sunday's game. The Pirates have 3 of the worst 30 pitchers in terms of VORP among players with at least 15 innings pitched. Leading the charge of suck is Charlie Morton with a negative 26.1 VORP. He qualifies as the worst pitcher in the majors this year, and he's 11.7 units worse than the next best player. There are only 8 people on the entire team with a VORP over 5, which tells you that most of the players on the Pirates are about as good as a career AAA journeyman. Okay, I know you're wondering, why am I wearing a paper bag on my head and a garbage bag as a shirt? Well, in case you missed it, the Pirates were swept in both interleague series this week. Their 2010 interleague record was 2-13. They've lost 17 straight games on the road. I think that qualifies the Pirates as garbage, so I'm wearing a garbage bag to support the team. I'm not even going to describe what happened this week. Just watch this low-light reel I put together. Now it's time for my Bet Against the Pirates update for Week 12. Remember when I said I was going to stop being greedy?
I lied.
The Pirates went 0-6 this week, but I went 4-2 on my bets. I was burned 2 more times on the run line this week, which cost me a potential profit of $56. That's okay because I still created a profit of $21.99 this week, which brings my total profit for the year to $117.30. Getting burned on the run line sucks, but after doing some calculations, I probably would have made about $30 less on the year by betting the money line in every game. As long as I break even on the run line, I should create a pretty good profit for myself, although it won't be a huge sum. But remember, the point of the experiment is to show you can make money, and I think $100 of free money right now is pretty good. What do I think about the Pirates this week? It's looking more and more like this team could be historically bad. They're 25-50 right now and are trending toward a 54-108 record. Their Pythagorean win-loss record is still 5 games below their real record, which shows they could actually get worse as the season continues. We're 6 games away from the halfway point of the year, and things aren't looking like they'll get better anytime soon. It's another full week of games as the Pirates travel to Wrigley Field for 3 games with the Cubs, and then back home for 4 games with the world champion Phillies. Well, that about does it for this week. Make sure you check back next week for my first half review on This Week in Real Pirateball. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.